Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It is March 1st. Happy March 1st, everybody. Happy March, everybody. We've made it through the first 2 months of 2023. A viewer was asking about the person who placed the pipe bombs in front of the Republican headquarters and the Democratic headquarters on the evening of January 5th or early in the morning, January 6th. Now, I seem to recall that later on there was some testimony that Marjorie Taylor Greene threw out there where she knew details about the bombing that weren't public at the time, which kind of, how would you know that type of moment? But the viewer was asking if we can get an update. Will the person who was responsible for placing the pipe bombs in front of the RNC and DNC be caught? So I'm going to throw some cards on that and look at that situation. And then I might throw specifics like, what's Marjorie Taylor Greene's involvement in with it? Maybe none, may not be. For entertainment purposes only. So, Spirit, what can you tell us about the status of the investigation into the person who planted the pipe bombs in front of the RNC and DNC? I was shuffling the cards. I had one card that wanted to stay up on top, so I'm just going to leave that. Actually, maybe I'll just put that. No, I'll just do it. What do we got? Strength card. Okay, strength. I'll do a 6-carder on this one. Crossed with you, looking at things differently, open-mindedness. Okay, so how is the investigation going? Are they going to be bringing this through? I think that the investigation is progressing, and it is probably being crossed by continued scrutiny on the FBI, on the Department of Justice. Looking at this is obviously a very touchy subject, and it might be one of those instances where they might know who's done it, but they haven't done anything about it yet because it impacts other things that they're investigating. If we believe for a moment that January 6th of 2021 was an insurrection against the government, and that the leaders of this insurrection, of this coup, are still at large, and that the Department of Justice is investigating this fairly, they may have uncovered a giant conspiracy. And busting this person or might be premature for the overall state of the conspiracy investigation. So that's what the strength card might be. They know who it is, but they are withholding that information because there's still more things they need to do before they unleash it. That would be one way to look at it. In the past, we've got this Seven of Pentacles. They've done the work. They've done all the footwork. They've evaluated it. And again, this might be on the overall conspiracy, but if we're asking about this specific thing, it looks like they've done the work that they've needed to do in that. And that's been in the past. Again, I think that ties in well with the strength card because it means they know who it is, but they're purposely not acting on it. Current situation, they're making those agreements. It could, this could be, maybe they want more data. It could be in the past that they don't know if they have enough. The strength card is we keep going forward and now we're trying to get subpoenas or get more information. But there are agreements being made. This could be plea deals. This could be other deals with other people that can give information on the bomber. But if I were the person who had planted those pipe bombs and I'm seeing these cards so far, I'm not very happy by this. This is not good. Right. So it's kind of the overarching energy is the Nine of Pentacles. That there's some wealth and comfort in overall this could be that money has changed hands for the person who did it, or somebody who's involved is a very well-connected, wealthy person, and They're being very cognizant of this person's status or of this overall status in this investigation. I'm not quite sure on that one. Maybe as we get more clarification, we'll find out. I can even throw clarifiers on it. The lesson to be learned of that overarching energy is the Nine of Wands, the weariness, the battle. There's more battles to fight. You don't know who to trust. I think that in the overall assessment of this, I think the FBI is close on it, but it's been a lot of work. And every time they peel back a layer, there's another layer there. So it's hard to get to the bottom of this because there is so much corruption. Trump wasn't wrong when he said he was going to drain the swamp, but by draining the swamp, air quotes, he got to see all the swamp monsters. And now the FBI and the Department of Justice have to deal with said swamp monsters. Outcome, Knight of Wands, progressing forward. Okay, so that tells me that despite all of this, they are moving forward with the case. And underneath it is the death card. It's the ending. They will bring a close to the chapter on this one. And I don't think it's going to be with charges not brought. I think it's just one of those things. The Knight of Wands kind of shows it. They're moving forward, but they're being very methodical. They're not going to let anybody slip through the cracks. Now, that being said, I'm kind of curious. This Nine of Pentacles, let's throw three qualifiers on. What is this all about? I see Pentacles, I see stuff, and I see stuff. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles, we have the Nostalgia card. We got the Four of Pentacles, and we have the High Priestess. I think, okay, so here's what that overarching energy is telling me. It's not really a person per se, it's a concept. It's kind of how do we keep this all together? How do we keep this investigation together? How do we keep the country together? So this could be representing us. This could be representing the investigation, but I think it could be representing us because it's like we're trying to hold everything in. And not only that, but this is information, trying to keep that information in check. Missing the days where Republicans, Democrats weren't so polarized, and there's so much anger and so much violence in the White House, or not in the White House, but in Congress, Washington, D.C., and throughout the country. And then lastly, the High Priestess. This is wisdom, but it's also about secrets, but secrets revealed if you ask the questions. So again, I think this is trying to keep it all the information in because they've asked the questions and gotten the answers. And this card could be about longing for the days when politicians could negotiate, work with each other, but it could also very well be that the person involved, they want the good old days where, the 50s where white people were in charge. The days that didn't exist back then. But so question was, will the bomber be caught? The answer is yeah, they will. Why hasn't the bomber been arrested yet? Probably because the FBI, the Department of Justice, whoever's leading that investigation, has this tied into a much larger investigation, and the timing is not right to reveal that, but it will be revealed over time. Okay, so maybe the way to phrase this next question for entertainment purposes only is, when the DNC bomber, RNC DNC Bomber, is arrested, how will Marjorie Taylor Greene be feeling when she finds that information out? First hand, second hand, third hand? Okay, what will Marjorie Taylor Greene feel? How will she be feeling on news of the arrest of RNC DNC Bomber is released? How will she be feeling? Marjorie be on the arrest of the person who did the bombing. just do that. We have Knight of Cups, Star card, Ten of Swords, the Fool. Okay, this is not going to be an easy one. An Ace of Swords underneath it. Okay, so how is she going to be feeling? She is probably going to be reaching out. I can't hold cards today. She's going to be reaching out to allies and those around her. I don't think this is going to be a peace offering because nothing about that woman's personality screams peace offering. And the reason why I don't think it's a peace offering, it's more, going for help, is that it's right underneath it is the Ten of Swords. This is the end. This is not good. However she's feeling like, this is it. We're done. And what's interesting is you got the Star card, which is usually like hope and faith and awesomeness. But I think in this case, it's the exact opposite. I think this is loss of faith, loss of hope, and there's going to be a new journey. I'm done. Got to go on this one. And I think it's because when the truth is out, the truth is out on this one. And okay, so if she had absolutely no involvement in it whatsoever, let's play this. If she had no involvement whatsoever, she's completely innocent. That Knight of Cups isn't a peace offering to Democrats. That's not what she does. It would be, again, going to, you can almost think like a donation cup, right? Help me out. She might try and raise money off of it, for lack of a better description, if she was innocent, because it's the end. It's the end of her political career for whatever reason. So even if she had no involvement in it, she's going to be associated with it because it's going to be a MAGA thing. If she did have involvement with it, again, she's going to be going and looking for help because, you've got, if that person, for instance, is arrested, they now become a star witness because they now can link you to other things. And it's probably a young person. It's a young person who, was ideological. Young ideological person that maybe was convinced by Miss Green to do this. If this was one of her, one of the aides that helps you, one of the, somebody who idolizes her or idolizes the Republican Party and Trump and wanted to be a part of that overall plan, they were given a role. That Page of Cups that we had in the initial reading with the fish in it, that could be that person too. It's strength versus that young person. Maybe they don't want to ruin. If this was a young person who is an ideologue, maybe they don't want to ruin this person's life. Yeah, you have to hold them accountable. But for somebody who might be a zealot and then have their eyes open to them to see just how much they were misled, they may not go so hard on that person. We'll find out for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so that's my reading on that. Thank you for watching. Give a thumbs up if you like it and share it if you'd like. Do all those YouTube-y things. They really do help out a lot. And thank you for your time and have a great night. Bye-bye.